So I've decided to do a new weekly segment, and why not start it out with one of the toughest lists to make. Wish me luck. What's good, guys? Ash Bash back again with another video, and this is episode 1 of Ash Bash's top 5. So I came up with this idea. I think it was a podcast I was listening to. They came up with a list of 5 sneakers. I can't remember how they were doing it, but it just made me think, why not do my own lists? I love doing lists. I love listening to people's lists. So I can do my own one. You can do your own one down in the comments, and we can interact and all that jazz. So basically how it's going to work, every single week I'm going to do a top 5. It could be top 5 sneakers. It could be top 5 sneaker models, top 5 colorways. Could be anything to do with anything, really. I could do it about music, albums, could be anything. But I'm mostly going to stick to sneakers because it is a sneaker channel after all. But this week, we're going to start off with my top 5 Jordans that I actually own. It's a lot to go through. So, Jordan-wise, I think I've got about 18 or so different colorways. Probably about 21, 22 pairs in general because I've got a couple doubles. So I looked through them all, and the list might be slightly controversial, I guess, because maybe a shoe that you think would make it isn't going to make it, but it is my top 5, of course. So let's start with number 5. And boom. Number 5, of course, is a classic. It's the Jordan 1 Royal. No doubt it will be high up on most people's lists, maybe in the top 3. But for me, it's made it to the top 5. If this was 2 years ago, it would have been way higher, but things have changed a little bit. So number 5 goes to the Jordan 1 Royal. So with number 4, I was slightly debating in my head between 4 and 3 which order to do it, but I'm going to go with this pair for number 4. Again, maybe it should be higher, but it is what it is. Number 4 is, boom, the Black Toe 1, a super duper fire shoe. I have lately been thinking, after I've seen pairs, that the Red Toe might slightly be better than the Black Toe, but I don't own one of them, and they're not technically an OG classic, so this kind of should get the nod above it, but it is what it is. Number 4, the Black Toe fire shoe. So number 3 on my list is a super dope pair that I think at one point were probably in my top 2. The other version of it would be number 1 for sure, but I don't own it. So number 3 is, boom, the reverse shattered backboard. I love this shoe. The orange, it just pops. It's just so fire. And yeah, it's just mad. I didn't even notice inside before they've got all this basketball stuff inside there. It's crazy. But yeah, lovely shoe. In at number 3. Could have been higher, but when you see the other two, you're going to be like, of course. But yeah, number 3. Reverse shattered backboards. So number 2 is something that could easily be number 1 on this list, but something's knocked it off its perch, so it's gonna have to settle for number 2, unfortunately, and it is, boom, the classic Bread 1. Gladly this is a pair that I have a double of, because I love to wear these a lot, and I'm not super scared if they get messed up that I've got one in the stash. But yeah, Bread 1, classic, can't go wrong. Super duper fire sneaker. Yeah, it is what it is. So what's number 1? If you follow me on Instagram, you can probably guess what it is. If you follow my channel, you can probably guess maybe what it is, but let's get to it. And yes, number 1 on my list. It's not my recent, I was going to say my most recent pickup, but it's probably my 3rd most recent Jordan 1 pickup. And it is a new sneaker, which is a cut of 2 different sneakers. It came out in 2 different colorways. This is the best colorway, and boom, the Jordan 1 Union. As you know, this came in 2 different colorways. This one, which is the black toe and the sort of neutral grey at the top, and then there was the storm blue, and I think it was just the bread, maybe, can't remember the bottom of it. But this one is way better in my opinion, and it had to be number 1. The yellow piping on the shoe, it's just too much, just too fire. And yes, number 1 on my list. It was tough, but it is what it is. So, end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Please put down below what your top 5 Jordan 1 colorways that you own would be if you've got 5 pairs. If you haven't got 5 pairs, just do top 5 Jordan 1s that you can think of, basically. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Follow me on Instagram, Ashbrash Sneakers, dope pictures every single time. My Twitter is Perfection7. All the links are down below in the comments. Hopefully you enjoyed. I'll be back next week with another top 5. You can also throw down some ideas for top 5s if you want me to do it, and I will cover them and shout you out for your idea. I'm out. Video.